Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will look at partition array such that maximum difference is k, which is from Leetcode number 2294. Let's now read the problem statement. In this problem you are given an integer array nums and an integer k. You may partition nums into one or more subsequences such that each element in nums appears in exactly one of the subsequences. We need to return the minimum number of subsequences needed such that the difference between the maximum and the minimum values in each subsequence is at most k. A subsequence is a sequence that can be derived from another sequence by deleting some or no elements without changing the order of the remaining elements. So in this particular example, if you see, we have 5 elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the k value is 2. The k value here 2 denotes that if you try to take 3, 6 into the same subsequence, that means in the same grouping, then it will not be possible because the maximum minus minimum in this group must always be less than equals to k, which is 2. But in this case 6 minus 3 is 3, which is greater than the k value, right? So 3, 6 cannot belong to the same group. So we need to create the groupings in such a way that we minimize the number of groups or the number of subsequence. So if I happen to select 3, 1, 2 into the same group, the maximum in this group is 3. The minimum in this group is 1. So if you subtract max minus min, it is 2, which is less than equals to your k value 2, right? And if you take the other set of elements 6, 5 into the same group where maximum minus minimum is only 1, which is less than equals to k, then these are all valid groups and you cannot get less than 2 groups, and therefore the answer is 2 here. Okay. So I think it is fairly simple to understand. Now in this case k equals to 0 means you have to take all the equal elements only into the same group. So in this case there will be 3 groupings, and so the answer is 3. Now according to the constraint we have 10 to the power 5 elements, and you know that I have to write algorithms in less than 10 to the power 8 computations to run within 1 second. And if this has to happen, then you can write an algorithm of n or n log n, but you can surely not write an n square algorithm because that will make it 10 to the power of 10, right? Which is not a good idea. Okay. So I guess you have understood the problem statement. Let's look at an idea for solving this problem. Now in this case I have taken an array having 7 elements and the k value being 3. Our goal is to minimize the number of groups in which we select the elements and put them, right? And if I want to minimize the number of groups, then whatever groups I have, let's say G1, G2, G3 and so on, I will try to put maximum elements in each of the group. Okay, so if you increase the size of the group, then the number of groups will become less because we have a fixed set of items. Okay, therefore we will try to maximize the elements per group such that our condition always holds, such that within the group if I take the difference between the max minus min value, then that should always be less than equals to k, right? Now if you think about it carefully, then if I have to select certain set of items which are highly probable to belong to a group, then I will pick the closest items possible, closest item possible on the number line. So if you put all these numbers on a number line, which I have already represented, then the closest items will always be adjacent. So the closest item to 4 is 2 on the left and 5 on the right, isn't it? So for every item, if you have put them on a number line, then you can identify which are the closest items. So if you have to include this 2 in group 1, then the best option to be included in group 1 after 2 must be 4. It cannot be any other element, right? It has to be 4 because 4 is the closest item to 2. So if 4 can be included, then we can try with the next item. But if 4 cannot be included, then definitely I don't need to check with any other item, because if the closest item is actually exceeding the k range, then higher number item will always exceed the k range. Okay. So in this case, since the k value is 3, I can put 2, 4 and 5 into group 1, but I cannot put 6. So if I cannot put it, I will start a new grouping here, group 2, and I can put 6, 8, 9 into group 2. And since 12 cannot be put, because if I put 12, then 12 minus 6 will be 6, greater than the k value, right? So I will be starting a third group here and I will just put 12 there. So using this greedy approach, by putting all the numbers on the number line, we could place all these elements into minimum 3 groups, and therefore the answer is going to be 3. Now putting the numbers on a number line is nothing but sorting. So we have sorted the items in ascending order. Okay. In this case, I have taken an array having 7 elements, and first I will be arranging them on a number line. So I will be simply sorting it and then assuming that the first item will belong to group 1. Okay. And so whatever first item is included, that will be the minimum value, because I just have a single item and we have formed one group. Therefore the subsequences is actually the group counter. So it will be assigned to 1, right? Now I will start iterating from the second item. Now I will check if the 4 minus min value, that means array at I minus the min value, if it happens to be less than equals to k, then I will continue to move forward. Okay, I will continue to move forward. So in this case, 4 minus 2 is actually less than equals to k. So I will include it in group 1 and just move forward. So if I just move forward without doing anything, it gets included in group 1. 5 minus 2 less than equals to k, move forward. Now 6 minus 2 is greater than k. So this is where a new grouping will start. So I have to create a new group. So I will do subsequences plus 1. And my min value for the new group, group 2, will be assigned to the new value array at I, which is 6. And now I will be iterating to the next items. 8 minus the min value 6 is less than equals to k, move forward. 9 minus 6 is less than equals to k, move forward. So all these items are in group 2. Now 12 minus 6 is greater than k. So I have to start a new grouping here. So I have to increase the group counter, the subsequence counter, to 3 and take the min value to 12, and then you move forward and we are done. So whatever subsequence count or the group count you get at the end is the final answer. So in this case it is 3. So in this case the sorting step took n log n time, and the iteration step took order of n. So if you add them together, it is going to be order of n log n, and the space complexity being order of 1. I hope it is clear. Let's now look at the code. If you are someone who is looking to prepare for top product based company within a limited time of just 3 months, then we have brought for you both the DSA and the system design live interview training program. The most important feature of this program is you get a filtered and condensed structured curriculum, in-depth discussion of all the topics, and my guarantee of your understanding, one-on-one guidance with me, and live weekend classes. To know more about the training, you can WhatsApp us on this given number. In this problem, we are given the nums array and the value k. So first step is to sort and arrange the numbers on a number line, find the size of the array, and then the subsequences is actually the group counter, which will start with 1, and the constraint already mentions that we have at least one item. So it will never be the case that the array is empty, and therefore I can always assume subsequence to 1. Minimum value is the first item, and I will start iterating from the second item. If the current item minus the min value within the group exceeds the k value, then I will be starting a new grouping. So I'll do subsequence plus plus, and the min value will be reassigned to the current item, okay, where the new group starts. So after iterating through all the items, the subsequence will give you the final group count, and that is our result. I hope this is clear. If you still have any doubt, then feel free to comment below and I'll try to help you as soon as possible. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.